Hey everybody, welcome to episode 30 of SMG Viewers Comments. I can't believe we're this far in. I'm really kind of surprised just how popular this series is. Let's do another 30. Let's keep it going. Please keep those comments and questions coming. Anyway, finally just figured out that I can use my smartphone as a remote for my Sony camera, which is fucking great. Now I can actually sit here and turn, my record on and off from my desk instead of running back and forth. So this is kind of a new thing for me. So if you see me drifting, my eyes drifting off camera, that's because I'm just keeping my eye on my phone because this is the first time I'm shooting this way. Gotta say, I like it a lot. Anyway, first question.
Complete idiot here, with a question for you, Glenn. If you want to kill the ring of the snare, why not just take out the snare wires?
Well, I don't really have a problem with somebody if they want to take out their snare wires. The only thing is you're going to not only lose the ring, you're also going to lose the snap, and that's kind of the whole point of having snares on the bottom, so you get that snappy sound. You're just not going to get that. If you take your snares off, you're basically turning your snare drum into a thin tom. So really depends on what you want to do. I mean, like, I've heard people take the snares off and sound not half bad, and then I've heard people take the snares off and you wind up with a stay and anger snare. Really depends on how you tune it. Personally, I like the sound of snare wires.
Glenn, could you make an episode on the effect of using different kinds of snare wires on a snare drum? A comparison maybe? I noticed a rather wide one used by the Mass-Off drum guy. Also, I once recorded with someone demanding to use no snare wire at all, which actually didn't sound that bad.
Yeah, that's a fantastic idea. I've actually got a lot of different sets of snare wires kicking around because a few years ago I was experimenting. I was looking for a certain crack in my snare sound, and I tried a bunch of different wires, tried a bunch of this, bunch of that. Turns out what I was looking for was actually the rim shot technique. And I just still remember to this day, I had a band come in and the drummer was great, and I just remember hearing this amazing snare sound. I'm like, I run into the drummer room, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Why is that snare sound so great? And he's like, dude, steady rim shots. And I'm like, son of a bitch, I've been looking for this sound for years. I finally get it. And after spending I don't know how much money on all these different snare wires and heads and all this shit, you just gotta hit the drum the right way.
I'd say if you kept practicing, you'd be quite a good drummer.
Yeah, I could say that for anything. I mean, like, I'd say that to most bass players as well. Hey, you know what? Guess what? If you practice, you'll be good at your instrument. Yeah, I know, real difficult concept to grasp. Anyway, the truth is I would absolutely love to put some time in on drums and learn how to play correctly. But the simple truth is, with a day job and running a studio, I don't really think there's going to be quite enough time for me to put in to learn drums. I mean, like... And that's an episode I really want to do sometime about being a working class musician, work during the day, playing a band at night, that kind of shit, balancing that. Because I've done that for about 17 years now, where I've run a studio, but I've also had a day job. Eventually, I would really like to do this YouTube thing full time, but that's really going to depend on you guys. I really appreciate the support, and who knows, we'll see where it goes. Meanwhile, I'm more than happy to bring in some drummers to help me demo stuff because, truth be told, I like working with a lot of the guys I bring in. TJ's amazing, and then Cam Fleury and Jimmy McKinnon and everybody else who's come in, and I'm absolutely grateful for their help. And it's always great to get some new guys in on the drums and just see what they can do. And it's always a little bit of a challenge too. So it's something I really enjoy.
Are you ever going to do some drum mixing videos?
Drum mixing videos are coming up. I don't know if I'm going to get to them in February or not, but I am planning on getting to them in this late winter, early spring anyway. I don't know how many videos it's going to be. It's going to be 2 or 3, probably maybe 4. We'll see. But yes, the drum mixing videos are coming. They're a lot of work, so please be patient, but they are coming.
I always hear these puns about bassists and drummers from you. Do you have any experience with keyboardists, pianists in your studio? Any problems there?
I really haven't had too many problems with keyboard players. I find that keyboard players, just as a species, are pretty well versed in music theory because they actually went to school for it. At least that's been my experience. I've had a couple of guys come in who've been kind of, total time wasters and whatnot because they don't grasp the concept of tempo maps. And it's always great when a keyboard player brings in his pre-recorded keyboard tracks and the tempo match doesn't match your tempo map that you gave them. And then you got to spend, I don't know how many hours lining shit up because dumbass can't fucking pay attention to simple details like that. Other than that, I've had very few problems with keyboard players. I mean, like, the best ones are the guys, like I said, who do all the work at home and bring in like a USB stick. Here's all the keyboard tracks, everything drops into place, go, done. I've had numerous experiences with that, and those guys are fucking absolutely fantastic to work with. Makes my job so much easier. And that's a great thing about keyboard player. It's not like you're miking a guitar amp where, you know, there's a bit of nuance and finesse to setting up a mic. I mean, like a keyboard, you just basically hook up direct and don't put the levels into the reds. It's pretty fucking simple.
Fuck you, Gren. Greetings from China. Had to jump through a few hoops to stay tuned with your channel because of censorship laws here. Cunts! But well worth it. Anyhow, awesome shit. Please do some Blackstar demos as I'm in the market right now. Thanks.
I just like to say to anybody who's in China who is watching the show, thank you so much for jumping through the hoops to watch this show. I really appreciate your support. And the fact that your government censors the internet is complete and total fucking bullshit. And I think it just completely fucking sucks that they want to cut you guys off from the rest of the world, even though the rest of the world buys what you guys labor to build. And that's the other thing. If you're into Blackstar amps, I'd really like to check them out. But I mean, like, it's China. Don't they freaking build everything there these days? Aren't there some locally built amps that might not be half bad? The one other thing I'd say, I'd love to hear from people from the Far East who are watching the show. You know, I've seen a couple people chime in, but if you're from that area, you know, China, Japan, Korea, Indonesia, the other side of the Pacific, yeah, you know, give me a shout out. Let me know. India, any of you guys from that area, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment. Let me know where you're from.
2 years after the release of this video, I wonder how many people have stopped cupping the mic.
You know, I did that video 2 years ago, and I don't know if I influenced anyone or not. Hopefully a few people got the joke. Hopefully a few people learned from it. But the big question is, how many of those singers who were upset by that video still actually play in a band? Anyway, guys, before I sign off here, just want to let you know I'm having a sale on old stock t-shirts. The remaining original Stop Cupping the Mic Dumbass shirts with the text, the 40 amp sim shirts, Dynamics are for pussies, and most people like a kiss before they get fucked. Any old stock shirts are on sale for the next 2 weeks. They're going for $10 and $12. I just want to clear out the old stock. There's like smalls, double X's, triple X's, that kind of thing. I don't think I've got any mediums or larges left in any of those. But anyway, take a look at spectremedia.ca/shop. Like I said, they're all on sale for the next 2 weeks. I'm just trying to clear them out, and because as soon as they're gone, we're going to start making some new designs. So, like I said, grab yourself a deal, and I will see you guys next time.